Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we're diving together into Open Great League with a battle submission by my friend Ghost Pent. We're having a lot of action with the Dedenne up in front, while at the backline is gonna be one of the safest of them all. Both Sableye and Medicham can work as a safe switch, while at the same time they can work as a closer. So we're looking at a pretty safe backline, able to cover a lot of things in the meta, while up in front the Dedenne is gonna be used as a spicy lead option, but as Ghost Pent told me, well, the Dedenne absolutely did a lot of work and worked as a meta Pokemon overall up in front. We're having here now the Noctowl, and I think the shield is a manageable scenario for us, because now we can definitely farm down, have a lot of energy to spare, and we definitely want dance spurs out of the Dedenne. So here comes a drill run, able not to finish us off, which gives us time to get ahead to that psychic and still finish off with the pure counter. Down goes the Dunsparce, and now they have a shield and a lantern while we are shieldless, and Sableye has still not seen the battlefield light. So we're just gonna go there for the move, and I think they just left the battle, so we're just gonna get this victory because they saw the Dedenne, and yeah, they did not have a lot of chances up there. Able to get now on the safe switch this time on the face of Sableye, and the opponent does an amazing catch on that Ninetales with a foul play. This looking pretty solid for the enemy, and the Ghost Pent here goes for the foul play before he gets hit by that Dazzle Gleam, but instead they get to the Weather Ball. That is a mistake by the enemy, I believe, because now they have to spend more energy. So here comes out the second Weather Ball, down goes our Sableye, and we are looking solid once again with the Dedenne against that Pokemon. With Ninetales out of the way, perhaps Medicham now can have a much better overall scenario. Stunfisk returns to the battle, and now we got the Swampert at the back, not looking that great for our poor Dedenne, so we have to put off all of our faith on that Medicham to sweep the entire team. We still have one more shield up, so here comes now another move from the Swampert. This time we will take it because we're pretty sure that Hydro Cannon is gonna hurt less than a pure Earthquake from that Stunfisk. So at this point I think we have to block. No block, gonna call the bait. It is gonna be the Rock Slide. Big brain play here by our trainer, by Ghost Pent, and now we're gonna block the Rock Slide, able to do some more severe damage to the Stunfisk. However, getting a little bit greedy here, and now it is a race to the Play Rough. I think Play Rough, even resisted at this point, is gonna do lethal damage to the Stunfisk, and yes trainers, you love to see Dedenne against Stunfisk, and gonna grab this victory. Gonna focus now into the next one with the Hitmonchan up on the lead, following up the switch to the Lickitung. So we have to bring Medicham into play, and now Psychic is gonna connect, I believe, for big damage. Oh, they decide to block. Okay, so they want the Hitmonchan out of the Fairy type Pokemon for sure. So here comes now the Body Slam. We got to block as well, while we can still pressure for that Psychic for big damage on that Lickitung. They decide to double block and completely farm down. You know what? I think that's a very good strategy by the enemy. They want that Hitmonchan out of the Dedenne's way, but to be honest, now Hitmonchan is gonna have a very bad time overall, because both our Dedenne and the Sableye will be on a very good spot against it. Ice Punch here on the Dedenne, while we can still survive and reach to the Play Rough for massive damage into the fighting type Pokemon. What is there at the back? It is gonna be the Trevenant, but still they cannot avoid the Play Rough, which is hitting pretty roughly the Trevenant, and down goes a nice chunk out of them, while Foul Play was already enough to finish it off from the full HP scale. Into the next one now, the Dedenne against Altaria. Pretty solid lead, we like this one, but still those Dragon Breaths chunk a nice damage in total over time, adding up in damage against our Dedenne, while we resist those dragon moves by a lot. Gonna connect the Play Rough, and they are not switching out. Perhaps whatever there is at the back might be weak to our Pokemon over here. They make an amazing catch on the Stunfisk with the Discharge, and right now Medicham can go in and start farming down some energy. Doesn't matter that they got the move, to be honest. I think that Medicham still can hold on against that Stunfisk with ease. Gonna pressure a lot, and I think we can take this. This has to be be a rock slide, right? Yeah, it is a rock slide. That was definitely not an earthquake. They did not reach the energy needed, and now Altaria will come into the battle, and we have the double ice punch, one for the shield, one for the Altaria, or for the double shield. I don't know what they have on their minds. Down goes Altaria. At the back there is gonna be the Politoed, and guess what? Sableye with 2 shields can definitely beat down that Politoed. We have to take at least one, and hopefully it's gonna be just a weather ball that did not overfarm a lot, and as soon as we get to the double foul play, I think we're gonna throw it for sure. And if they block, well, a return is always a choice. What I like about the Dedenne is that still it can beat down that Politoed, and that could be fun if Cost Spent could go in with that Dedenne and start doing some solid work here with that shield. However, reaching to the return is the much better play here, so I understand that a lot, and we're gonna take this victory. Another bad lead, this time against another ground type, the Swampert. We're having on the switch that Talonflame, and I think that Sableye is looking pretty solid here. We're just gonna have a very nice shield. Yeah, we got to shield the flame charges. Still, they can farm down as long as they want to, and since they have the Talonflame, I'm pretty sure they're gonna spend 2 shields on this matchup. We can take this. I don't think there is a need to shield here. We did though. Okay, Cospend I think has a plan. He wants to go for the foul play, finish off the Talonflame while still have enough HP left to pressure for another shield. Actually, they have no shield, so massive damage on the Swampert, I guess. Boom! You love to see it. Look at that. Absolutely awesome. They had the flare at the back. Perhaps they have a second one as well. So Medicham going in for sure. It is gonna be the Registeel. So this is gonna be kinda weird for both ends, but I believe we can have the upper hand. Zap Cannon and the debuff on the Medi, so we're just gonna try and catch the move on the Dedenne. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because the Dedenne can easily charge up to a double discharge here while resisting the next move as well. We can survive whatever that is. They do not have Flash Cannon for sure, so Zap Cannon, Focus Blast, one discharge for that Registeel, and I think the second one will be more than enough to finish off the Swampert here, because they're kinda low. So yes, trainers, the Dedenne finishing off the ground type Pokemon for a second time. The previous one was against the Stunfisk, so we're looking pretty solid. Having a very good lead now against that opposing Medicham. And now our Medicham can go into play against the Lickitung. So we like the Lickitung as a switch with our Medi, because we can avoid the matchups with our Dedenne and Sableye, while we do not need to for sure beat them down. We can still go ahead, pressure on the one shield scenario, and then we're having 2 Pokemon that can still wall down that Medicham of the opponent. So at this point we can take it. Yeah, of course we can. And now we can go in, I believe, with our Discharger, because we have some energy to spare here. We can also overfarm, so whatever there is at the back, they might be also weak to our Dedenne. It is gonna be the Bassodon, so that's kinda sad news for us. Let's see how much damage the Discharge can do. Not enough, but still we're kinda bulky. We can take those smackdowns, and we can pressure a lot with another Discharge, and guess what? Another one after that. At this point they might think they have a chance, because they're having the Dedenne against their Bassodon, but to be honest, I think that Sableye can still do a solid work against Bassodon and Medicham at the same time. Gotta block this one, makes a lot of sense at this point. Now we're gonna see how they can respond to that. Of course, Medicham comes in, and they're gonna play this till the end. Okay, so return, connecting, big damage on the Medi, and of course now we're gonna take some cheap damage from that Ice Punch. You can see that still this is gonna be a pretty close one, but overall we got the double foul play, and I think that one might be enough. No, we need definitely one more, and that is gonna be the great game that Cospend needed for this team to success. A long battle there, but still we managed to emerge victorious. Into the next one, and Cospend is having a very good lead against a Flyer, the Noctowl, completely walling it down, and now we have the foul play on the Medicham, looking pretty solid, and I think we can take those moves. Even double Ice Punch can be taken at this point, while we're gonna completely farm down the Medi. No reason at all to block here, I believe. Yeah, Ice Punch is coming through, and now we're getting close to the return for big damage on the Noctowl, while we can still take one move on the Dedenne and still have a Medicham healthy for the end game. So we have definitely put at the point that the pure discharge can finish it off. Gonna take the move, no reason at all to panic here. Medicham goes in, interesting swap, and the opponent stays in. Did Ghost Pen see actually something here? Because I think he did. He might think that the last Pokemon is weak to the Dedenne. So here comes out the Ice Punch. At the back there is gonna be a Surfetch, and Ghost Pen definitely read their team out here. So Night Slash now not gonna be enough to finish us off, and we can still pressure for that Ice Punch for the second time. Gonna get the shield, and perhaps one more shield here against the Surfetch. Now the Dedenne can go in and finish off the job with this amazing discharge against the Surfetch. Goodbye Surfetch, and Ghost Pen really did a very nice choice in going with the aggressive switch there with that Medicham against that Noctowl. Looking pretty solid here against that Basidon. We saw before that we can take the smackdowns while we can still pressure a lot with the discharge. They're getting out of here to their Trevenant, and that is kinda weird, but still we can go in now with that Sableye, and let's see how much we can pressure them. We're having the foul plays coming back to back, so we're just gonna take those shields out of the way, and I think that they have to throw the Shadow Ball, otherwise we can definitely win this entire thing. They get to the Seed Bomb, which was a pretty cool move by the enemy, and another Seed Bomb here because they cannot reach to the Shadow Ball. We're expecting the Basidon to return, so let's go for the foul play for some cheap damage on that Pokemon. They still have the shield, but right now we got the upper hand because of our typings. We're just gonna get there to the Ice Punch, get the shield, and now go for the double discharge. Whatever we throw here is gonna be resisted, but still I believe we have the upper hand because Shadow Victory Bell is extremely glassy, and even a double discharge which is resisted can take that thing out of the way. Gonna reach to the discharge once again for some cheap damage to the Basidon, and of course even the Flamethrower will never be enough here to finish us off, or even the Flash Cannon if they were for that spicy move, but still gonna finish it off with our pure counters. Into the next one now with the Dedenne facing the Medicham. Ghost Pen is having a very nice time with the Dedenne up in front. Gonna pressure, I believe, for the Play Rough. No reason at all to bait here. A very good call by Ghost Pen, and Play Rough will not connect. Unfortunately for us, we would love that entertaining boom over there. So gonna block in return that Psychic, so that's pretty cool. And they come in with a Noctowl. What are you doing, trainer? That is a mistake. What are you doing? Are you switching your Noctowl into an electric type? Yeah, definitely not have thought that really well. So down they go. Medicham returns to the battle, and I believe we might want to spend the shield. No shield, down goes the Dedenne, but still it definitely did a holy amount of work there. So we're just gonna go ahead with our ghost typing against the Medicham. They're kinda in a very bad situation and gonna throw before they reach to another move, which makes a lot of sense. Foul play here, gonna connect. At the back there is gonna be the Pelipper, and I think we have the upper hand now. Gonna block this one for sure, since Weather Ball will bring us to no HP, and we got a lot of energy to spare. One foul play for the shield, and perhaps one more here for the not knockout, but still gonna get pretty close. I think we have to switch out. Can we do it? No, we cannot. Can we survive here the Hurricane? I think they have to go for the Hurricane, otherwise they have no chance at all. We can survive. Those IVs really matter. Look at those IVs, absolutely awesome. And now we're gonna face another Medicham up on the lead for the final one, trainers. Let's see how we can manage to emerge victorious from this final battle. Able to overfarm a lot and reach to the Play Rough for massive damage on the Medicham, and we can go for another one before they even reach to their second move. This is gonna connect for lethal damage on the Medi. Absolutely awesome, and they have the Lantern now coming in, and we have not spent even a shield till now. Till now. So I think we're gonna let that go through. The Dedenne absolutely did its entertaining work here, and now Noctowl will be at the back. Medicham can really go toe to toe against that Pokemon, while we still have a healthy Sableye to do a solid work against that Lantern. So Sky Attack has to be blocked, obviously, and the good news here is that we can win the CMP if we reach to that point. another Ice Punch will take the shield out of them, and I believe we can take this move, or are we gonna just proceed in farming down? I think we're gonna farm down 3, 4, 5, 6 and gonna catch on the 6th. Pretty good choice by Ghostpen here, and now Lantern turns into the battle, but the match is already over and that is gonna be a good game. So that's all, trainers. Thank you for watching, thank you for staying till the end. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers.